So chat, I was eating, and when I finished eating, I tend to go on my phone and brain rot a little bit, and I was like, oh wait, I had uploaded a Yap video earlier, right? So let me go check the comments. And so I saw some comments, and this comment specifically caught my eye, right? He was responding to something I said in the video about the net dismantles, and so I was like, okay, let's read more. And then it kept going, and kept going, and kept going, and kept going. And so I was like, okay, who the hell replied to this? It used to have one reply. I don't know who else replied to this. We're not going to go over that. But I was like, who replied to this? It was one reply. I was like, who read this entire thing and replied to this? It was himself. He himself. He replied to himself, and it just kept going and going and going and going and going. And I was like, wait. Do you guys see how much dashes there are? Like these huge dashes in between the sentences. You know what that reminds me of? ChatGPT. And you know what ChatGPT reminds me of? The Maki fan who was using ChatGPT to defend Maki. I didn't think you were capable of doing that! AI Maki fan! Oh my gosh, bro. This guy. Let's read it together, okay? Because I didn't actually read everything. I skimmed through it because I was like, what could he be? What could he possibly be talking about for like two? Like, bro, okay. Let's read it, bro. Let's read it together. Sukuna uses the net on Hajime Kashimo. He's actively trying to end the fight quickly. Kashimo had already forced Sukuna into a serious exchange, and Sukuna acknowledged him as someone worth killing efficiently. That means the dismantle used there are far more likely to be amped in output and lethality, not casual or experimental. Prove that. Prove it. Compare that to when Yuta Kotsu got like, okay, this is where it's like really flagging it for me, because why does he keep saying like their full names? Hajime Kashimo, Yuta Kotsu. Why is he saying the full names? Compare that to when Yuta gets hit. Sukuna is not in the same mindset. By the way, what he's referring to here is chapter 250, right? Because in the video I said that let's see. Right here. Like, you literally this is literally the exact same attack. You can literally I said that, right? And yes, I'm correct. It's the exact same attack. It's a waffle dismantle, right? Obviously the output isn't the complete same, right? Because by now Sukuna has been taking hits from Yuji. But what I'm talking about is the fact that he shot the same attack at Yuta and Yuji. So it's not like an attack that he only shot at Kashimo. That was the point, right? I don't care about the freaking output. I don't even think I compared their durability here. Did I even do that once in the video? I don't think I did that once in the video. I didn't even compare the durability. I was just saying, like, no, Sukuna doesn't just save that for Kashimo specifically. He shoots it multiple times in the fight. Alright? I said that. But he's saying that Sukuna is not in the same mindset. He's juggling multiple opponents. He's juggling Yuta and Yuji, who's a complete non-factor to him. Testing abilities and not committing 100% of his output into every attack. Where is he getting this from? He's just saying shit. Sukuna consistently varies his curse energy depending on the situation. That is true. And he has a long track record of toying with his opponents he doesn't see as immediate threats. So even if the attack looks like a net, it doesn't mean it carries the same power. Sure, I don't care. But like, yes, it doesn't carry the same power. I, like that doesn't change anything that I said. But like, what I'm so confused about here is like, where is he? Sukuna's not in the same mindset as he was against Kashimo. When we literally we literally get the statement that um uh Kashimo and Yuta have similar levels of interest for Sukuna. He just says this out of nowhere. He doesn't say, like, he doesn't give any statements, no nothing. He just says it, right? And then he says this as well. No statements, no nothing. He just says it. And then, like, do you guys, okay. Sukuna shot dismantles at Yuta and Yuji. And then he's like, okay. Because of that, now he gets the thought that, okay, I cannot take down these guys with regular dismantles. I have to cleave them. Why do you think that is? Why wasn't Sukuna thinking that before Yuta's domain? Why didn't Sukuna think of that right here? When he was shooting dismantles at Yuta. Why wasn't it? It's because these dismantles are nothing, bro. They're like, these are the dismantles he's talking about right here, where it's not 100%. But over here, I mean, bro, like, even another example actually is before that, when he finds out that everyone got better durability, actually, right? He shoots dismantles towards the gang, whatever. He shoots a dismantle at Yuji. He cleaves Yuji. But the only time he's actually realizing, like, okay, these guys are this amount of this durable, is because he actually tries to shoot a dismantle to kill them. This is a dismantle to try to kill them right here. There is no other explanation for this. If he's shooting the dismantle and he's like, oh, okay, so I can't do a fatal blow to them, it means that the dismantle was trying to give them a fatal blow with that dismantle. Is that not what it is? I don't know where he's getting this from. He's just saying shit, bro. Second, there's a clear difference in narrative. Oh, here we go, bro. Bro, it's oh my gosh, chat. Oh my gosh. Bro, you ask a Kashimo fan why, like, why he's like, bro, I used to be a Kashimo top 3 guy, but not anymore. But like, you ask them now, why is he top 3? And the first thing they'll say is narrative, bro. The first thing they'll say is narrative, bro. Second, there's a clear difference in narrative framing and outcome. Kashimo gets overwhelmed and killed almost immediately after being caught. The attack is portrayed as decisive and unavoidable, basically a finishing move. Meanwhile, Yuta tanks the slashes with comparatively minor damage and keeps fighting. If those were truly identical attacks and output, the outcomes should be similar. What? That's not true. Why is that true? What? If those were truly identical at attacks and output, the outcome should be similar. Why? Why can't Yuta and Yuji just be more durable than Kashimo? I didn't say that in the video. He's the one talking about durability here. But you're implying that they cannot be more durable than Kashimo. Why not? They're the ones being they're literally the ones being like, what's that word? Emphasized for their durability, bro. He doesn't say that about like Kusakabe and like Higuruma and them. But he says that about Yuta and Yuji because he actually tries to kill them right there, and he's like, oh, okay, so I can't kill them, so I have to cleave them. What? That's a 0 point. What the hell? The massive difference in damage strongly implies a difference in attack potency, not durability alone. Again, Kashimo's attack, like, okay, let's assume that both of these attacks are 100%. Yes, this one's going to be weaker than the one that Kashimo got hit with, right? The disparity, you can't really scale it, but like it objectively is going to be weaker than it. But there's, you know, there's some more. Again, I'm saving some Kashimo slander in my back pocket. I haven't gotten pissed off just yet, but I'm saving it. I'm saving it. Third, Sukuna's technique itself isn't static. Dismantle isn't one fixed strength move. It scales with curse energy output. Think of it like a dial, not a button. Sukuna can fire off low output dismantles that act like shallow cuts or high output ones. So calling both attacks a net of dismantles is like saying two punches are equal just because they're both punches. Finally, there's the combat context. Kashimo is fighting Sukuna one-on-one in a high intensity. Kashimo and Sukuna. High intensity duel. Kashimo and Sukuna. High intensity. Bro, Sukuna was betting him. Bro, do Kashimo fans just like, what? High intensity? If you want to call that high intensity, bro, then you have to call this high intensity. Yeah, you have to call this high intensity. Call this high intensity, bro. Even though Sukuna in his back pocket had the ability to perception blitz Maki the entire time. Call this high intensity, bro. High intensity one-on-one match, bro. What are we talking about here, bro? What? Kashimo, bro. What do Kashimo fans be talking about? High intensity. High intensity. Bro, that boy Kashimo, you can see the lines. Kashimo was rushing towards Sukuna. You can see Kashimo trying to shoot an EM blast in Sukuna. What? Yo, I'm trying to. Yo, you see the Kashimo fans are hacking my account, bro. They're hacking my website. Anyways, you can see Kashimo literally trying to shoot an EM wave in Sukuna's face, and you just taps it away. I'm trying to scroll to it. Damn. You can see him just tap it away. High intensity? What the frick? Sukuna just punches him up. He's like, yo, dodge this, bro. Punches him up and then kills him, bro. High intensity? What? Yo. Shut. Yo. Not shut. What are y'all talking about right now? That's crazy. Yo, you know what I just noticed? This is Hikari's domain up here. What the hell? Why have I never noticed that? Anyways. High intensity duel. What the frick? Yuta, on the other hand, is part of a larger chaotic fight where Sukuna is splitting attention and resources. Why does that matter? That alone heavily suggests Sukuna isn't dumping maximum output into every single slash he throws at Yuta. What? Anyways, yeah, like I was saying, where was I? That alone suggests Sukuna isn't dumping maximum output into every single slash he throws at Yuta. Why not? Why not? Like, why is that not the case? I mean, like, obviously, again, actually, let me rephrase that. Because, again, we know Sukuna was what? Where did I put it? I deleted it. What the hell? We know that Sukuna was shooting baby dismantles when he wants to, right? Like these. He was shooting baby dismantles right here. He was shooting baby dismantles at Yuta that don't really matter. He's just, you know, shooting a little bit. Bam, bam, bam. You know what I'm saying? And he's taking them. Sure. But in the next chapter, he actually tries to kill them. And he's like, okay, so I can't kill you guys like that. Okay, so I gotta actually cleave you. And then he continues to get his freaking output just lowered and 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 lowered. Right? Wait, where is it? Yeah, I don't know why I turned the page. Right? Oh yeah, I did turn the page because of this. I'm tweaking, chat. I turned the page because I wanted to show this. But yeah. I don't know what he's talking about. Like, yeah, obviously not every single dismantle is 100% output, but like this one for sure was. And no, this is not the case of him having bad durability. Both Kashimo and Yuta are fighting Ryoma and Sukuna, but Sukuna is not outputting a fixed level of power. I'm holding on to it. Against Kashimo, Sukuna's focused, engaged, and actively trying to kill efficiently. Where are we getting this from, bro? Is this what ChatGPT gave him? Actively trying to kill efficiently. What? What are we talking about right now, bro? I was thinking about it, right? When I'm trying to think of like the context of why I was thinking about this. I think it was because I wanted to do a Kashimo Yap video, but I just didn't get around to it because I just didn't care enough. But I was telling myself, I was like, Sukuna's ideology, his fighting style goes, if you can force him to actually try, he'll try. But if you cannot force him to try, then everything that happens after that is just straight interest, all right? So for example, Gojo could be the most boring nigga. Oh my god. Gojo could be the most boring guy ever. But he's strong as heck. So Sukuna actually has to try. And that's why I don't think Sukuna was holding back in terms of like output or anything like that, right? He's gonna have to try anyways. So like that's someone that interest doesn't matter. And he goes against Kashimo where we literally see him beat the crap out of him. Just obliterate him, bro. So what happens, literally what happens throughout this is just straight interest. Because Kashimo cannot do anything to him. Same goes for Yuta. He was playing around with Yuta this entire time. But guess what? Guess when he actually has to try? At the end, when he's forced to. Because he's like, oh, okay, my output's pretty low and you know, Yuji's about to freaking delete me from Megumi's body, right? So he actually has to shoot a World Cutting Slash at Yuta. He's not, like, he's talking about how, like, oh, Yuta's, Sukuna's dividing attention, he's not focusing, yeah, bro. If anything, he's trying harder against Yuta. Especially at the end. For sure. Kashimo's a non-factor. And of course, the same thing goes for Maki. Where Maki cannot do anything to Sukuna at all. He had the ability to Perception Blister the entire time. But he just let his self go with the flow of his interest. That's how Sukuna fights. And Kashimo is not some, like, you know, he's not on some other level where he's forcing Sukuna to try or anything. He's not. Sukuna bodies him, bro. He literally bodies him. Against Yuta, Sukuna is splitting attention, experimenting, and holding back at points. Is he going to ignore the fact that he was doing this for him? Shooting World Cutting Slash. Bro, I don't know what's up with my viz, bro. Something's up. Oh, now I can. What? What the hell was that? Okay, yeah. Are we gonna ignore he was doing all that? What the hell? So when people say Yuta tank dismantles better, that ignores the fact that those dismantles are very likely lower output. Once you normalize for Sukuna's intent and output. The thing is, right? I mentioned it earlier that if you say that this one and this one are 100% output, this one's going to be stronger. But you can never prove that this is 100% output. But this one is actually way more likely to be 100% output because he's actually trying to kill them. And he says, okay, I cannot kill them with dismantles. If he wasn't using 100% dismantles, why would he be saying, oh, I cannot kill them with dismantles? You know what I mean? It's like if I... Oh, exactly. We're going back to the boxing thing. It's like if I jab someone, right? Hit them with a jab, and I'm like, okay, I can't knock this guy out with a punch. What? I didn't even try out my full... Like, I didn't even try out my full output punch. But I hit him with a jab. I hit him with a jab, and and I'm saying I can't knock him out. What? No. If I hit him with a full output right hook, obviously like a full output right hook would be the World Cutting Slash, right? But let's say like, I mean like let's ignore the fact that like the fullest thing would be World Cutting Slash and like the thing below that would be cleave. If I'm saying I cannot knock this guy out with a full right hook, which is 100% dismantle, because I hit him with a jab, that makes no sense, right? Logically, if I hit them with a full right hook and if I hit them with a full right hook and it doesn't knock them out, I'm like, okay, I can't do that. I can't knock them out with that, right? That's what it is. But Kashimo's thing, bro, hey, you can argue he was done with him. You can argue that, right? You can argue like it's just the same as like. You can argue it's the same like with Higuruma, where he looked at Higuruma, and he was like, okay, you know what? Like I'm enthralled. I like this, right? And he sees if he could get RCT, but he knows that he can't do anything else, so he's like, okay. You know what I'm saying? But he said, oh, not bad. And he just kills him. He just kills him. Bukurus. Just kills him. You know what I'm saying? Not bad. He did his thing. He's like, okay, yeah, I'm gonna just kill you now. Right? So did I finish with it? Oh my gosh, bro. Do you see how much I gotta read actually? Nah, let me speed up, bro. Let me speed up. What am I doing? Lethal blah blah blah. Kashimo isn't just durable in a generic sense. His body, nah, this has to be from ChatGPT, bro. His body is described as having surpassed mankind. Bro, what? I'm actually flabbergasted, bro. Do you guys know why they said that his body has surpassed mankind? It's because of all the electrical phenomena he has in his disposal, bro. And he's freaking like, he's using electricity to boost his like agility, bro. It has nothing to do with his durability. We're like, what? Bro, can someone tell me how using electricity boosts his durability, bro? Tell me. It has nothing to do with his curse energy reinforcement, bro. He has a whole bunch of electricity and now his durability is higher, bro. What? Yo! Come on. That's from ChatGPT, bro. For sure. His entire physiology is reinforced by... This is the most ChatGPT thing I've... Bro, what? Yes! He's reinforced by curse energy. He always is. What the frick? He isn't a glass cannon build? Chat, tell me this isn't ChatGPT, bro. What? Trey's blows with Sukuna. I don't have the Maki fight up. Bro, just every time you see like, you know, a Kashimo fan try to, you know, yap about trading blows and yada yada yada, just bring up the Maki fight where Sukuna's objectively trying harder. Alright? Trey's blows, reacts to his attacks, endures multiple exchanges before going down. Hinders one exchange, actually. He hinders one exchange. One. The second exchange, he dies. What are we talking about? Did we forget how... What? Did we forget how Sukuna versus Higuruma went? What? What the hell? Are we forgetting how Sukuna versus Higuruma went? Oh, not Higuruma. I mean, hey, Higuruma as well. But I'm talking about Kusakabe. Kusakabe got a freaking chapter by himself. He goes with his interests, as I said, bro. This is a ChatGPT comment, bro. A lot of Yuta's durability feats are... Yeah, I'm not going over this durability thing because, again, I don't think I mentioned durability once in the video. I don't think I mentioned, like, Kashimo's durability compared to Yuta's. I said that Kashimo's durability is buns, but I didn't compare it to Yuta's. Like, what the hell? Let's skip that. Both characters are constantly portrayed as special grade level threats, fighters who can directly engage Sukuna among the strongest of their respective eras. What does that have to do with... The story doesn't treat Kashimo as someone far below Yuta physically. If anything, Kashimo is framed as a pure combat specialist, while Yuta is more versatile. I disagree. Alright, Yuta was already portrayed as durable pre-time skip. He's even more durable post-time skip. And Kashimo gets his ass beat by Jackpot Hikari. So not really. Oh my gosh. Wait. Chat, I just found it. Look, number 6. It is ChatGPT. I was like, wait. Like, where is the 6 coming from? No. You know how ChatGPT be listing different things like 1, 2, 3, 4. Bro, this is number 6. No. Oh my gosh. No. Bro, I think bro, I'm pretty sure this exact same thing happened to the ChatGPT guy. Wait. Where is it? I think it was this. Hold on. I think that was the entire comment actually. So I think it was this. He left this in and also this as well because like Daido and Hagane, by the way, those are the same character. But he says 2 legendary sword masters. Clearly ChatGPT. And he put like this thing, which didn't even have Monkey in the chapter, I'm pretty sure. Bro, I cannot believe this. How do you even do this, by the way? Because like this is it's still like it's not like his where he's making up stuff, right? Facing Mai and Miwa simultaneously, that never happened. Right? Like that literally never happened. Chapter 48 and 49, she wasn't even in those chapters. Right? So like this one is very bad because you know, ChatGPT just doesn't know what happened. This guy is actually talking about stuff that happened. You know what I mean? How? Wait, a lot of Yuta durability feats are support from Rika. Defensive usage of cursed energy and tech. Yeah, this is clearly ChatGPT, bro. What the frick? Anyways, let's go. Let's just continue going. I know one thing's for sure. Yuta's never dying to a dismantle. Ever. During versus this Sukuna? No. And you know why I think that? It's because, you know, Yuta's just outright says he's like, if it weren't for the fight against Gojo, not because of Yuji's shit yet. Right? Because he actually, funnily enough, he actually admits, he acknowledges actually that his output is lower than it was before over here. His slashing attacks are weakening. He didn't acknowledge it before. He didn't acknowledge it before. What the hell? He didn't acknowledge it before. Right now, it's just, okay. His battle with Sukuna. His battle with Gojo. Right? But over here is like, okay, yeah, Yuji's putting in that work. Now he can see the difference in the output of slashes. Right? Tell you right now, like, it's just not happening. Right? So even, but like, bro, again, I'm giving you guys the benefit of the doubt and saying like, oh yeah, if this was 100 and this was 100, oh yeah, this one would be weaker. It would be. But again, you can't prove this is 100, but I can prove this is 100, so. And then at the same time, whatever Yuji's doing isn't doing that much yet. So, hey. Kashimo, relative endurability, not vastly different. Kashimo tanks higher intent, higher output attacks. Why is it higher intent? Yuta survives through RCT, support, and very... Support. I'm sorry, Jay. I have to kind of, what's that word? I have to kind of entertain this. When did Yuta survive something because of the support from Rika? I'm talking about dismantle specifically. Survive something because of the support of Rika. Go figure. It never happened. Both are able to engage. Narrative and scaling place them. Kashimo. Yeah. So this is about like, oh, my head is hurting, bro, because this is so ridiculous. I actually kind of like, my head hurts because of how much I was laughing earlier. I'm not gonna lie. So right here he's talking about the warning that he got from Kashimo. What? Right here he's talking about the warning that Kashimo got from Sukuna, right? And he is midair. He is. I don't know. Like, it doesn't. He's okay. I brought that up once, right? And the only reason why I brought that up was because the Kashimo fans were coping about the fact that, like, Kashimo got hit with a dismantle after he worked on a slash, right? And they're like, okay, Sukuna shot this, it barely hit him, so why would he shoot a dismantle? I'm like, okay, Kashimo, like, Yumaki got shot with a work on a slash, she dodged it, and she still got hit with dismantle. So what's the cope here, right? And of course he's making this separate comment, just focusing on that. What I said is objectively true regardless, bro. He got a warning and he didn't completely dodge it. Maki got no warning and got caught off guard and she dodged it, bro. I'm skipping this. Full focus from Sukuna. See what I'm saying? This is ChatGPT, because why does focus matter when it's a world cut slash? Huh? It's a world cut slash, bro. Full focus from Sukuna. What are we freaking talking about? Compare that to Maki Zenin. Beep boop bop, beep boop bop, beep boop bop. She operates with enhanced perception, often fights with better, isn't necessarily being targeted with the same level of focus and intent in that exact moment. What the frick? Why does intent matter? It's a world cutting slash. It's a world cutting slash. Intent and focus does not matter. Are you guys understanding what I'm saying? Bro, Sukuna could be looking at freaking Utsuhime with a BBL and shoot a world cutting slash at Kashimo. And the world cutting slash is still going to be the exact same strength as a world cutting slash at Kashimo while he's focused on Kashimo. It's a world cutting slash. Like, what are we talking about here, bro? The entire point of him wanting to shoot it at Yuta was because it doesn't matter how low his output is. If he shoots a world cutting slash, it's going to freaking cut through him. That's the entire point of it. Why does focus matter? This is how you know it's a ChatGPT comment. What? Come on. Dodging a point blank range in a locked in duel is harder than reacting with even slight spacing or situational. What? Maki was completely off guard. Completely. Okay. Against Kashimo, Sukuna is fully engaged, testing him directly, treating it like a duel. Against against Maki, Sukuna is fighting multiple opponents. ChatGPT. ChatGPT. There was no multiple opponents when he shot the World Cutting Slash. ChatGPT, you've lost your mind. You set him up. There was no multiple opponents. It was just him and Maki. Oh my gosh. Bro, my head hurts. Bro, what is this? What is this comment, bro? ChatGPT just set him up. Dividing attention to who, bro? BBL Usahime is not over here, bro. Who is he dividing his attention to? What? Come on, bro. Not necessarily outputting and focusing the same way. Oh my gosh. That matters because reaction feed, whatever, bro. Maki's entire kit. You see what I'm saying, bro? He's just like, bro, he generally inputted everything I said. Bro, ChatGPT, how could you, bro? How could you, ChatGPT? Oh my gosh. Oh my gosh, bro. Conclusion. Kashimo dodges broken slash in a 1v1 close range. Close range? What? What are we talking about, bro? Look how far he is. What? Come on, dude. Oh, come on.